Hello everyone, this is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful, Rabbit Hole, King Dio, and the upcoming Lauren Frey. Recently, I have had the chance to play through a little bit of Ori and the Will of the Wisp, the sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest, one of the most overrated Metroidvanias, or Metroid-likes, that I've seen in a long, long time, perhaps ever. Whereas, like, most Metroid-likes that get critical praise or attention in the media are at least reasonably well made, Ori is kind of bloated, oversaturated with weird colors, and just not all that interesting gameplay. Like, it's hyped up as being one of the best Metroid-likes, when it's really not even all that notable. There's not really all that much about either Ori game that's really worth talking about. In fact, like, within a couple of within about an hour of the sequel, Will of the Wisps, I found myself getting kind of bored with it because I found the map to be too big and just not all that much in it. Like, there's nothing all that interesting in Ori, Will, and the Wisps. Whereas, like, Dread is designed in a way where, like, every room is completely different. Like, Samus has great fluid movement. The action is great. Like, you're always doing something in Dread. Now, you could argue that Dread is shorter, but I would say that Dread, because it's so short, it's able to be more compact and is able to be more to have more seamless action. There is no filler in Dread the way there is in Hollow Knight or Ori, Will, and the Wisps, which is why Dread is objectively the superior experience, because it's not padded out. It's just endlessly replayable. It has a really high skill ceiling. There are multiple difficulties. Like there's all sort. Like, Dread is just fantastic, and really, Ori can't even begin to compete. And yet, I still see a lot of people on YouTube and on certain message boards still trying to say that Ori is better than Metroid Dread. I've seen people go on rants about this, saying that, like, Metroid is only getting attention because it's a Nintendo exclusive, and it simply isn't true. It really isn't. If we are talking about a series that is now available on Nintendo Switch, anyone who has a Switch would be able to play both. And the consensus is clear that Metroid not only innovated the genre, it still stands at the peak of it. It is still the best there is at what it does. And there are, like, imitators and there are copycats, but Ori really isn't all that notable within them. There's nothing about Ori that's special.